What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning on the top of the map in the red color, playing as Isis. His name is OGNENNYJ. OGNENNYJ! Also known as Fiery, because that's what it means, I think. In the other side of the map, in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Shadowfaxx. The map is Anatolia, and this is a best of 3, not 7, guys. It's a best of 3. Yes, very good streamer here. Best of 3 for the Voobly Challengers League Season 2. We're actually in the nitty-gritty of this tournament, coming to the tail end of the group stages when games start really, really mattering. Obviously, you don't want to drop any games if you can help it, but if you get into these positions where you're not just completely dominating, there's certain players you really need to beat. And for Shadowfaxx, OGNENNYJ is one of them. He's in a spot where he's lost to a couple of the top running players. And in order for him to get third in this tournament, he is very, very drastically in need of getting that winning this game, essentially. If he can win this game, he will be probably be able to come third and therefore be able to have that playoff spot in the third place. But if you get third, it's going to be very, very bad. And OGNENNYJ, on the other hand, also, I don't think he has a shot at the top spots, but I'm also not sure. He might be able to have a shot at number 2 spot if he wins here against Shadowfaxx, because he's taken Chrono JJ down and he's taken and he's lost to Doba. So the only other player he needs to beat here is Shadowfaxx to make sure he gets that lock on second place. If he loses here, he might even be out, depending on how many games Shadowfaxx wins or loses. So we'll see how this goes. We do have the boar over here is falling for Shadowfaxx, moving over with the villager up to the top of the map here. And we'll see how this game is going to go. We've got almost 8 villagers over here on the wood. For Shadowfaxx, normally go up to 10 here. We'll see what OGNENNYJ is doing. He's got 4 villagers on wood. Going to go up to probably up to 4 villagers on gold. Sometimes I see ISIS players going 5 villagers on gold here in order to spam out the docks as crazy as you possibly can. Well, let's see how he's going to do it and what his decisions are here. There's this next villager just about to pop out. We'll see where it goes. Going over to food. Bit strange. But it is going to be fine. Wonder if he puts more villagers over onto wood in order to spam out those fishing ships. If he doesn't, he's probably only going to have 12 fishing ships. If he gets another couple of villagers onto wood, he might be able to go up to 18. Or he might be trying to just get a nice classical age and then finishing up his fishing ships a little bit later. Now the temple coming up for OGNENNYJ. And Shadowfaxx is getting his fishing ships going over here. He's going for another dock first. Normally we see 2 docks and then a temple, but this third dock means you can spam out these fishing ships and get this location sorted very quickly. The problem with it is that well, it looks like it's been fine for Shadowfaxx. How many villages did he end up going? 10 villages on wood, so it is standard here from Shadowfaxx, but the dock coming up on this side already, so he's going to get all those fishing ships out. He must have cut fishing ships just a little bit on this dock here to make it all work. So we'll see how this is going to go. Temple is just about to pop for Shadowfaxx. Temple is just about to pop for OGNENNYJ. OGNENNYJ would like to get a 515 here if he can. If we check out the resources here, we've got 450 for Shadowfaxx. OGNENNYJ just about to get the 400 food. So he's going for a 430-ish here. And that's going to be totally fine for him. It's about standard, but just a little bit short on those fishing ships on this top side. But whether it's going to matter or not does remain to be seen. Also, Shadowfaxx cutting his fishing ship production here. There he goes, building a couple more now. He's getting pickaxe, should be getting hand axe as well. And there it's coming through, spreading out his wood villages. And he does need to be very concerned about Ancestors Eclipse timings and all the other good stuff. Now, what are some good things here for Zeus? Semi-fast heroic. fast heroic, semi-fast mythic. All of these things work incredibly well against Isis for Zeus, and you just want to hit those timings, getting out all of those Skylar and doing the brutally strong strategies that can completely wipe out an Egyptian player's water. Now, what OGNENNYJ is going to want to do is equally possible, fast heroic, semi-fast heroic, semi-fast mythics, all good, but fast heroic timing push with Ancestors Eclipse, very, very strong here. So let's see if that's something that he's going to want to do. We're seeing Persine coming through immediately for Shadowfaxx. He's got his 18 fishing ships out already, starting to build those trireme now. And OGNENNYJ also going to get those final fishing ships out to finish up his 18 fishing spots. So this is going to be very good for OGNENNYJ, very good for Shadowfaxx, getting out his Jason as well. Nice and early, leaving a villager on favor for some reason, possibly just so he can have that extra favor for either Forge of Olympus, Fortress, Heroes, etc., etc. Relics on the map, we do have the Bridle of Pegasus and Boots of Kick Everything. That's a relic that that maybe this Jason's going to want to come and get, because it really helps against that Ancestors Eclipse with the Jason and the Heracles. It allows them to chase them much easier. We do see the triremes going after the fishing ships here as OGNENNYJ garrison microing them very, very well here. Pushing in, going to try and take down these cabinets in the back. Nice micro from OGNENNYJ to bring him back. There are docks everywhere here as OGNENNYJ is trying to build out those cabinets. And there's a second one. That's going to probably be enough to hold this location in. Nice micro from OGNENNYJ to again save his fishing ship spot. Shadowfaxx does get one cabinet kill here. Still trying to pump these ones out. We see a lot of low HP ships here as more coming in for Shadowfaxx. None coming over here for OGNENNYJ. You might want to move in and try and hit Shadowfaxx while this is all going on, because he's really gone the wrong side with these cabinets. Because if you have those 4 over here, he would have another 6 currently fishing, but he's not attacking with these. He's just holding back, and Shadowfaxx is able to push in. OGNENNYJ in a really tough spot now with a lot of those fishing ships away. He might want to consider casting that Prosperity now. The Armory coming up. There's the Prosperity. This is going to probably be around about an 845 heroic age is about my guess for OGNENNYJ. Shadowfaxx, on the other hand, he has 9, 10 villagers on the gold. He's got almost 14 villagers on the wood, and he is continuously pumping in here. OGNENNYJ trying to pump these cabinets into this dock. He's got 4 over here and 1 back here, so this dock will fall. The cabinets immediately going to be microed onto, and OGNENNYJ does pull them back here in order to save the majority of them, as he is still trying to pump these cabinets. Oh, he doesn't run them past. They're stuck here, unfortunately, for OGNENNYJ, and Shadowfaxx looks to be completely dominating this side of the water. Meanwhile, we're seeing OGNENNYJ run in, trying to hit Shadowfaxx's boats over here. Now Shadowfaxx is starting trireme production on this side of the map. OGNENNYJ is 25% Nephthys now. So he's already clicked up to the heroic age. Going to be moving forward with these villagers to put up a Migdol stronghold or grab a town center, either or. I'm wondering if OGNENNYJ is going to get that second monument and start making some Scorpion, man. Always a really, really interesting option. We've got 4 cabinets in this dock, but OGNENNYJ is still just throwing them away. 9 trireme here. Another one popping out in this location, trying to take down the Minotaur over here. And these trireme going after the cabinet yet again. Will we see this popping out or not? Will we see some war barges or what? We've got the second town center just about to come up for OGNENNYJ. Wonder if he goes 3 town centers here and tries to delay this timing attack a little bit. The walls are up here already. We've got Dionysus coming through for Shadowfaxx. No military buildings up though. This can spell a little bit of disaster for Shadowfaxx. If he doesn't get military units out, he can get hit by the timing attack quite drastically. You see Sultan 4 coming through for OGNENNYJ. He's grabbing his second gold mine over here. His town center's in. We see a military academy coming up, but Shadowfaxx needs to know that he's got a little bit of time to play with, because the 2 town centers is up now. Ancestors Eclipse is not going to be coming for some time, and he should be okay. We do see this dock getting targeted down now. There are still those 4 cabinets in this dock. Meanwhile, he's pushing through on this side. He's able to kill the triremes, everything else. He's got the Leviathan here. I don't see that Skylar just yet. Oh, there's Skylar as the heroic age just hits. And we'll see OGNENNYJ should be able to deal with this single Skylar very simply with his Leviathan. But he is building a couple more in order to hold on to this water on this side. The Scala super strong here. Do we see Heroic Fleet? We do not see Heroic Fleet, but one Scala down, no free heads for him. This Leviathan tanking a ton of that damage from the Scala over here, and it's looking like a third Scala coming in order to try and take down these cabinets. And now OGNENNYJ is going to have to think about what he's going to do with his cabinets over here, because he's probably going to lose all of these cabinets here. But he has his Migdol Stronghold up. He's got his Chariot Archers pumping out. The problem he's going to have is he needs to have around about 10 villages on food, which means he's going to have a lot less wood production for the Chariot Archers, for the Siege Works, for those Scorpion Men. We don't see a second monument here. And basically, Shadowfaxx can just spam out cavalry here and defend. He's gone Dionysus and he's making Military Academy here for some reason. I'm very confused about this. Maybe concerned about War Elephant, but given his damage done, he probably shouldn't be. He doesn't have his market up just yet, it looks like. He does have his market up, and he's going Hera. He's going Hera, so he's going for the big advantage here with the Lightning Storm in order to completely decimate the army of OGNENNYJ, either post-Ancestors Eclipse or pre-Ancestors Eclipse. And we are seeing more buildings getting thrown up for Shadowfaxx. Still not going for the stables is very confusing, because he knows this against basically just Migdol units. The Skylar coming back through here, and not only this, with the Lightning Storm, you also get access to the Carcanos, which, while it's not going to help out all too much, it will potentially kill down these docks a little bit quicker. Now we're seeing the third town center coming down now for OGNENNYJ, and he is going to be playing for a middle control gold star. This town center very nicely placed for Shadowfaxx. If he can grab it anytime in the near future, he will be able to grab this town center and then hold on to this gold mine with the help of Hera. So we'll see if that's going to happen. We see this archery range coming down. I'm surprised to see him not go for it now that he's already clicked up. We do see these units running into the base of Shadowfaxx. There's 3 elephant, 4 elephant, and a sea shower. Can he get onto this town center in time? He's probably got about 10 seconds left until the Mythic Age does hit for Shadowfaxx. And if he spots this, will he go immediately into Ancestors Eclipse? And the Hera just about to pop, and there it goes. Will we see anything? We see Lightning Storm immediately here. Going to be dealing tons of damage to these units, but the majority of these units are elephants and Chariot Archers. So the damage done now from OGNENNYJ to for OGNENNYJ really is not that much. But the hoplites coming in. We see Ancestors Eclipse coming through. Medusa coming in to snipe one of those elephants there. Really nice play to get that unit involved. The Scorpion Man does get taken out. And do we see an immediate Bellerophon? Yes, the Bellerophon going to come out. Going to be able to deal with these Ancestors very, very easily. More War Elephants, Siege Towers pushing in for OGNENNYJ. Is he producing villages from every town center consistently at this point? It looks like he is. So he's in a really, really good position to continue here if he gets some damage done. The town center now coming up for Shadowfaxx. Will Shadowfaxx be able to defend? The Bellerophon sitting at full population here. 99% needs to get this one out. We see the Pharaoh coming in. The Medusa getting targeted down. There's the Bellerophon. What is he going to use this unit for? He has, it's not as strong as it used to be. It has 20 seconds of recharge time, but he completely decimates the Ancestors here. We do see the Medusa getting yet another elephant snipe here. Really nice play. We're seeing the Siege Towers coming in, killing off the temple. Another Medusa going to be coming out now for Shadowfaxx as well, in order to keep taking down these elephant that are getting built and all the high value units of the Isis player. And it's looking as if Shadowfaxx has managed to defend for the time being. The problem is here that OGNENNYJ is 76 villages and Shadowfaxx is 37 villages. 37 villages for Shadowfaxx, so a huge advantage for OGNENNYJ. However, there are 22 fishing ships, can't forget that. So technically 50-ish villages for Shadowfaxx to 85 villages, 84 villages for OGNENNYJ. So, or maybe it's more like 60 villages here for Shadowfaxx. We do see the restoration, but not stop commanding all this micro from Shadowfaxx. Beautiful dodging those Chariot Archers here. We're seeing even some Myrmidon coming through now for Shadowfaxx as he's got the access to those, and we are still seeing, look at that micro there from Shadowfaxx. The Bellerophon just about to fall though, and he doesn't really have resources to resupply. This one does get picked off, but Shadowfaxx still pushing through. We're seeing a barracks coming up for OGNENNYJ as he's going to want to start building some of those Axeman. We're even seeing some Peltats there, but if you build Peltats, make sure you micro, because pretty useless unit otherwise. But the damage is pretty big when he is targeting down these chariot archers, and now we're seeing all the chariot archers falling, and OGNENNYJ sitting at 109 of 154 population to Shadowfaxx's 130 of 130 population. Now we're seeing Shadowfaxx moving up into this location. We see a Scorpion Man going for the Scorpion Man raids. Olympic parentage coming through as well for Shadowfaxx. He's got enough resources to rebuild that Bellerophon if he wants to spend it on that unit or not. He still hasn't grabbed this town center, hasn't started his trade route. We haven't seen OGNENNYJ do the same yet, but he does have villagers coming over to chuck this market up in the corner. Got to be careful though. If you on Anatolia and lost the water, market here, market here. We do see some cheeky ramming galleys coming in and raiding Shadowfaxx's villages. We see some slingers coming out. That's not what you want to see. There is a bronze attack coming in now onto OGNENNYJ's gold mine as the villagers moving forward. We still don't see a fortress for Shadowfaxx, but he does have a lot of units out. He's sitting currently still at 130 of 130 population. He needs desperately to get this town center, because the population advantage for OGNENNYJ is huge at this point. But these Myrmidons do tons of damage, is still pumping units out for OGNENNYJ, still able to hold on. We are seeing this fortress coming out. The Scorpion Man here going to get sniped down by Heracles, by Odysseus, and by Jason, still leaving that relic over here with the boots to kick everything. Very, very sad to see that. But Medusa now coming in can keep sniping these war elephants over here if he notices it's here or not. And we'll see if that's going to be the case. Axemen need to be targeting down the Myrmidon, but they get sliced down so quickly, unupgraded against these heavy Myrmidon of Shadowfaxx. And it's looking as if Shadowfaxx is now going to be able to start making the Heliopolis that he so desperately needs to keep pushing through. But Shadowfaxx still not on this third town center. We'll see if OGNENNYJ is going to make anything happen here. He's actually snuck up a dock down here, cleaning out all of the fish of Shadowfaxx, and that's really going to hurt, because Shadowfaxx needs that economy here for his production and everything else. We're seeing the Medusa coming in now, trying to hit these chariot archers and everything else. The villagers should get pulled back and get working here for Shadowfaxx as he's desperately trying to keep this economy going. Settlement now coming up, but not bringing too many villagers over here, funnily enough. But now OGNENNYJ pulling back, and he has got this middle control, but for how long? We still don't see Heliopolis getting built for Shadowfaxx. OGNENNYJ sitting at 137 of 154 supply, not getting any technologies with his economy. He is getting bronze shields now, but no real technologies for his economy. How has he gone here? He's got quarry, bowsaw, plow, husbandry, started farming. He needs irrigation, one of the biggest upgrades for the food economy of an Egyptian player. Medusa is hitting that Scorpion Man and does manage to snipe it there with the remainder of that HP. The siege weapon trying to finish off the Medusa. Does a decent amount of damage with 3 damage a shot here, but the villagers should be able to clean that one up before the Medusa falls. 8 HP remaining there. And Shadowfaxx really struggling now on the production. Not sure what's happening there, but OGNENNYJ is going to keep trying to push in. We see another Medusa hitting the cavalry, and we can see that we've got 4 villagers on this temple. And these Medusa are really, really strong additions to this Greek army, and we haven't seen any attempt at sending in priests or pharaoh or anything. And we'll see if he can hold on here. He has managed to build out a Heliopolis in this location. And now the siege towers coming in. There's a lot of siege towers here. It looks like OGNENNYJ will be able to destroy this fortress here, as Shadowfaxx is not able to hold on to it. Heliopolis taking down some of those chariot archers in the back. The Myrmidon going after these siege towers. The Medusa sniping some chariot archers in the back. Nice control from Shadowfaxx as he's able to push OGNENNYJ back here. But he did lose his fortress, which means no more Heliopolis. But he does have 2 of them out already. And considering OGNENNYJ only making Axemen chariot archers, he does have some war elephants, so they're pretty good to take down the Heliopolis. But there are these Medusa here that can immediately kill the war elephants, and he does pick that one up as well, which basically means that these Heliopolis stay alive forever in this matchup. And Shadowfaxx is just happily holding on here. Just needs to keep pumping units out. He's at 145 population. Fortified town centers will be the next big upgrade for him, and when he hits that, he'll be able to push through. The problem is that OGNENNYJ should be able to start a trade route that is decently populated here. And when he gets that trade route, the mercenary are going to start flooding in. And will Shadowfaxx be able to figure out how to get through here? And he does have some military academies already in on this position. And there's a big amount. Well, I mean, you can always use the transport ship to come up into this location and harass that corner there as well, which is really, really big. But we are seeing the Chariot Archers of OGNENNYJ still trying to push through here. We're seeing the Toxotes trying to defend. Nice micro from Shadowfaxx to not be targeting the siege tower here, but good micro from OGNENNYJ as well to be pulling back his Chariot Archers away from those Toxotes. And yet again, we're seeing Toxotes attacking everything but what they should be attacking. We're seeing Bellerophon coming back in though to help out in this fight. Adzia of Web coming through is a huge upgrade for the wood gather rate when you're on Bowsaw. The Bowsaw does basically nothing without Adzia of Web. Sacred Cats coming through as well helps out a ton when you're on flood control, but not a lot when you're on irrigation, if I recall correctly. So you have to get that irrigation, you have to get that flood control when you get Sacred Cats, otherwise not going to do all too much. We're seeing Bellerophon getting pulled back yet again. The bit of a waste there from the Medusa special. That was an almost dead elephant there. Big problem with Shadowfaxx's Bellerophon situation here is he doesn't have any way to heal it up. So 400 gold, he needs to get value out of it instantly and then just let it die and rebuild it. 400 gold is a lot. We'll see what's going to happen there. Toxotes with only copper shields. OGNENNYJ with only copper shields as well. We're seeing the Heliopolis getting taken down by a siege tower. Really nice use of the siege tower in this position. We're seeing both players just spamming at each other. This gold mine almost out. How many caravans for Shadowfaxx? He's got 6 caravans here and 9 caravans for OGNENNYJ. So Shadowfaxx really needs to start getting that trade route sorted so that he doesn't have to worry about this gold mine so much, but because there's no real other place that he can go at this point. But as this game is progressing, OGNENNYJ is getting more and more camel caravans, and he's going to be able to start spamming those mercenary in here. We'll see if that's going to be a thing or not. The siege of Shadowfaxx going to take down this watchtower. We're seeing villagers moving forward. I love this from OGNENNYJ. Towers in onto this position, get that one for himself. What I would love from him even more is wall this off, just complete all these walls over here in order to make sure that this is the focus, because this is going to be really hard for Shadowfaxx to defend. Right now Shadowfaxx is on nearly 100, if not more than 100 civilian units, so he's only got 60 population to play with here. He is throwing up his own watchtowers. He's got a Petropolis here to help out. Migdol Stronghold trying to come up for OGNENNYJ. We've got Face of the Gorgon coming through for Shadowfaxx's Medusa. Crenellations coming through as well for Shadowfaxx in to be already preemptively concerned with the mercenary cavalry, I guess. And the big problem here for OGNENNYJ is he's out of gold. He's trying to push in and grab this gold mine away from Shadowfaxx. This is one of the lowest spawn large gold miner Anatolias there are, but there's been plenty of time to start up a decent trade route. And right now, OGNENNYJ is actually doing this really nicely. If he had flood control, he'd have a ton more food. He still doesn't have it right yet. If you had flood control, you have a ton more food, and this trade route will be going off like skyrocketing off here. But he just hasn't really set it up. But still, 15 camel caravans. It's going to be enough if OGNENNYJ can stop throwing away units. Right now, Shadowfaxx is trading so well. And he's in a fantastic position, and OGNENNYJ realizes it, taps out. GG, well played by Shadowfaxx, showing off the one town center semi-fast heroic, basically winning both sides of the water in the process. The lightning storm, while it didn't give him as much value as he would have liked because of the elephants and the siege towers, was enough to hold on. The Ancestor's Eclipse did not do any damage really to Shadowfaxx, and then he was able to get this town center, hold on to this gold mine, and then push through this location. OGNENNYJ losing out on this gold mine, not making good trades here. If you check the post game out, the military units killed versus lost, heavily favoring Shadowfaxx in this game, and that simply just comes down to the lack of upgrades and economy. If we check out the all resources total, OGNENNYJ is in front here. So this basically just comes down to OGNENNYJ needed to not fight as much, get those economic upgrades, play for the late game instead of play for the win game, and he probably would have been in with a really good shot to take this away from Shadowfaxx, because this is not the average late game Zeus. This is a Hera late game Zeus, which means that all you really have to worry about is those Heliopolis, which can get dealt with easily enough with Spearman, Mercenary, and everything else. You don't have to deal with Colossus, so which means you probably could go Thoth and get Book of Thoth and have huge late game, or go Osiris, obviously, for the double Pharaoh pushing power with the buildings. But OGNENNYJ didn't go for that. Shadowfaxx takes game number 1. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.